Hi, this is Adam.
Hi, Elliot. How you
This is
doing?
Elliot from One Lombard Street, a very long-standing restaurant that's been on that road for. I think you probably were the first restaurant on that road.
We were. We were the first. We were the first restaurant in the city.
Yeah.
First one with a Michelin star, and first one that is decent. That is opening 7 days a week. So I think our challenges and our successes have grown with time, which is exciting because we've also seen technology move with time. You know, from the day of having a paper book, we still call it the book at reception, but a paper book, tickets get running downstairs, all the way through to the point of now where you implement the order, goes through to the chef, and you don't have that waiter and chef interaction, which I think is a healthy thing. But it then puts everything back to being guest centric. So having that thing where we're interacting with the table now. My views on EPOS systems tend to be fairly controversial because a good EPOS system, you're on it as least as possible because you're actually spending that time getting the drink, running that food, interacting with that guest, and you know what, making money.
So the touch point should be as small as possible.
100%, 100%. I mean, you go down the Amazon method, like making sure that you've got as fewer clicks to checkout as possible. And if we can get it to the point where we're super slick. Now, the challenges that we've got coming ahead, and we've touched on in previous conversations, is that we don't want to lose the romanticism of hospitality and that personal touch by then putting EPOS systems and replacing pen and pad. I genuinely think that's a long way ahead.
So are you still pen and pad then to pause?
100%. And I know that sounds crazy after me trying to reduce the journey, but there's a certain, I mean, you don't have the backlit light on the face when the person is chatting to the guest. They're not, doom scrolling on the other side, trying to
I
get
think
to
the
the
also
number.
thing is you're not a casual dining brand or group. You're very much.
No, absolutely nail on the head. I mean, the staff that we have and the guests that we have are looking for quite a bespoke experience. They want to have the best products. The staff are able to talk about the products, where it's from, whether it's from Latteria mozzarella, which is made in London, all the way through to other sort of things with great provenance that are also on our menu. I think it's kind of key that we don't lose that interaction by just sort of scrolling and doing that. And I propose the problem, but I actually genuinely don't have the solution on this one.
And another interesting point is that you've actually been with Tissot for quite a while. So from what was Future Pos, and I've had a lot of experience with Future Pos,
Yeah.
to what is Horizon. What was that journey like?
Genuinely pain free. And the reason being is Future Pause is great when you've got one person in place that hasn't changed the system, hasn't messed around with the PLUs and everything like that behind. But being around for 25 years means that a lot of people have fiddled with it. And so by the time I got there, adding a PLU where I didn't corrupt another PLU was like the most painful thing ever. And we run a very fresh restaurant, and the chef really likes to put specials on last minute, at like 10 to 12. And with that, that I was saying to him, like, I can't do this. And he said, like, why? It should be really easy. But now with the new system, super quick, super easy. If it takes less than 30 seconds, that's too long. And we're now at a real point where we're going back to what good looks like.
Yeah.
Chefs with real flexibility and skill, and we're not dealing in a maelstrom of different tech, like making it harder.
So it's not fragmented either, right?
It's not fragmented, and sort of. I think the big thing now is removing the fragmentation that we have within it. Is now getting different companies to talk to each other seamlessly, so that your book or your booking system is seamlessly dealing with the tills and whatnot. And we're nearly there. I'd say we're like 70%, but that 30% is crucial to get to the next stage. And the next stage is is very exciting. So I think it will be the best that hospitality will ever be, because after that we're starting to deal with AI and getting quite messy. But when we get to that point, we're 100% human interaction, and I always say to the team, I say like the difference between us and any other restaurant, or even just going home and having a takeaway. Because in London you can get a takeaway and it's just as good as restaurants. I mean, that's maybe the chips are a bit sweaty and whatnot, but it's because people come in for status and they come in for guest experience, and you can't provide that when you're sat on the sofa. That's the difference.
I agree. Okay, so this is Elliot from One Lombard Street. I'm not going to listen. It's called One Lombard Street. Where do they find you?
Where do they find me? On One Lombard Street. No, so we're quite literally a tennis ball's throw away from Mansion's house, and just as close to the Bank of England. So we are right there, right in the heart of the city.
So if you're in the city, go check out One Lombard Street.